Hello, my name is Najwa Soraya. My student ID is 33220146 and I'm from class 336807. Here I want present about Project 1 Classroom Management. This is part 1, Communicating with Students. Understanding communicating with students. Communicating with students is the process of conveying information, instruction, feedback, and building positive and open relationship between teacher and students. In classroom management, effective communication is essential to creating a learning environment that is conducive, safe, and supportive of student development. Goals effective communication with students. Number 1 is clearly communicate classroom expectation and rules. Number 2, build a respectful relationship between teacher and students. Number 3, address behavioral issues constructively. Number 4, provide feedback that supports students' growth. And number 5, encourage active participation and motivation to learn. Participles to effective communication. Number 1, clarity and consistency. Convey message in words that are easy to understand and repeat when necessary to that students are not confused. Example, when I raise my hand, it means that all voice must stop and you must pay attention to me. Number 2, appropriate tone of voice. Use a firm but polite tone of voice. Avoid shouting or demeaning students. Number 3, body language and eye contact. Open body position and eye contact show openness and attention. Example, when students are talking, the teacher looks attentively and nods as a sign of listening. Number 4, empathy and active listening. Listen to students without interpreting. Showing empathy for their feelings or difficulties. Example, I understand that you are stressed because of the pile of assessment. Let's find a way to make it easier for you to complete them. Number 5, positive and constructive feedback. Give praise for good behavior and constructive criticism, not put downs. Example, I like the way you work with your group members, but let's improve the way we express our opinions to be more polite. Example of practice in the classroom. Building relationship. Every morning, the teacher greets students by name. This shows that the teacher values their presence. Handling inappropriate behavior. When a student frequently disturbs a friend, the teacher doesn't immediately scold the student, but instead invite the student to talk privately and ask, I know that you often disturb your friends. What are you feeling or thinking at the time? Encouraging engagement. During discussion, the teacher asks open-ended questions such as, what do you think is the best solution to this problem? This encourages participation and gives students space to voice their opinions. And conclusion, good communication between teacher and student is not just about delivering instruction, but also about building trust, respect, and a fun learning environment. Teachers who are able to communicate effectively will find it easier to manage the classroom and help students develop academically and socially emotionally. And this is part 2, solving the problem using logical argumentation. Problem 1, Mr. Eliezer, distractive student at the back. Solution. Number 1, set clear classroom rules and reinforce them consistently. Number 2, enrich sitting to monitor disruptive student closely. Number 3, use nonverbal cues like eye contact or proximity to manage behavior. Number 4, apply positive reinforcement for students who behave properly. And number 5, show witness, be aware for a classroom behavior. And logical argument. A class cannot function well without clear expectation. By setting consistent rules and managing seating, students understand boundaries and are less likely to misbehave. Using nonverbal cues and positive reinforcement prevent escalation and maintain student engagement without confrontation. According to Koenig's theory of witness, teacher awareness helps deter disruptive behavior. Problem 2. Stefano, provocative and sarcastic behavior. Solution: stay calm and firm, don't react emotionally. And then talk to Stefano privately to understand his motives. And then set clear boundaries and apply logical consequences. And then empower the class to support a respectful environment. And then avoid public confrontation to reduce peer engagement. Logical argument. Disruptive students often seek attention or control. Reacting emotionally gives them that power. A calm, firm approach limits their influence. Understanding the issue privately, respect the students' dignity while reinforcing rules. Applying logical consequences teaches accountability. Shaping peer influence help reduce encouragement from classmates. This aligns with behaviorist principles. Consequences shape behavior. And the last is problem 3. Miss Yushikila, teaching and physical conflict. The solution. The one is build a supportive classroom culture through CEL activities to address conflicts early with peer mediation and reflection. 3. Enforce anti-bullying policies with zero tolerance. Number 4. Involve parents and counselors if problem persists. Number 5. Promote empathy and respectful communication. Logical argument. Frequent conflict disrupts learning and creates a hostile environment. Building a respectful classroom through social-emotional learning reduces tension and improves cooperation. Addressing conflicts early prevent escalation. Anti-bullying policies promote safety and fairness. Involving parents and counselors supporting long-term behavioral change. This approach is supported by humanistic theories that emphasize emotional well-being in learning.